My mother-in-law slipped something into my champagne at our wedding reception. I switched our glasses. She gave the toast. My mother-in-law hated me from day one. Not the polite kind of hate. The kind where she calls the caterer and tries to swap the menu to shellfish. Sarah's allergic to shellfish. That kind of hate. Linda Henderson, retired English teacher. Perfect posture. Eyes like a disappointed principal. She decided I wasn't good enough for her daughter the second I proposed. He's not from our kind of family. My parents are nurses. We had a 3-bedroom ranch. I went to state school on a partial scholarship. Apparently that disqualified me from marrying the woman I drove 6 hours every weekend just to see. Linda spent 6 months trying to kill the wedding. Wrong date on the invitations. Canceled bridesmaid fittings. Fought us on the venue. The flowers. The guest list. Every time. Innocent smile. Oh my goodness. I must have misheard. 3 weeks before the wedding, she called Sarah. It's not too late to postpone. Sarah's hands were shaking when she hung up. She thinks you're not good enough, Sarah whispered. I already knew. Linda had told Sarah directly, marrying you is the biggest mistake of her life. The wedding morning, Linda showed up at the venue in her robe and curlers, clutching a binder, screaming at the coordinator about the seating chart. My best man Marcus watched through the cracked door. Dude, your mother-in-law is unhinged. Yeah, you think she'd actually try to ruin today? I looked at him. I think she'd love to. 3 hours later, I was standing at the bar, adjusting my tie. The mirror caught everything. Linda, cream dress, pearls, manicured nails, sliding up to the bar, glancing left, glancing right, pulling a small glass vial from her clutch. 3 drops into my glass. The one with the gold card that said groom in Sarah's handwriting. Gone in 2 seconds. Vial back in the clutch. Big smile. Wave at Aunt Carol, like she hadn't just committed a felony. My heart was hammering. 200 guests. A string quartet. Nobody watching the bar except me. I walked over slowly, casual, like I was just grabbing my drink. Linda's glass sat 2 feet away. Same champagne, same gold-rimmed flute. I looked around. Nobody watching. I switched them. Then I picked up her clean glass, walked back to the head table, and sat down. You good? Marcus asked. Wedding nerves. Linda floated back to the table, chatting with my mother about flower arrangements. Laughing. Perfect. She sat right in front of my glass. The poisoned one. The toasts started. Marcus went first. Funny, warm, set off the fire alarm story. Everyone laughed. Sarah squeezed my hand. Then Linda stood up. She grabbed her glass, my glass, and smiled at the crowd. I want to welcome my new son-in-law into our family. We are so blessed to have him. Sarah relaxed beside me. I watched Linda's fingers around that stem. Marriage takes work, commitment, trust. She looked right at me on that last word. To the happy couple. Everyone raised their glasses. I raised mine and watched her take a long drink. 2 minutes passed, then 3. Then I saw it. Her eyes lost focus, just for a second. You okay, Mom? Sarah asked. Fine, sweetheart. Just emotional. Her hand knocked over the water glass. Then her legs buckled. Robert caught her. The hall went dead silent. Someone call 911! Chaos. Guests crowding in. Sarah crying. Linda collapsing into her chair. Face white. Words slurring. I walked calmly to the bar. She had more than champagne, I told the bartender. I photographed both glasses. Then I walked to Linda's clutch and pulled out the vial. When the paramedics arrived, I handed it over. I think she put this in my drink, I said. Then accidentally drank it herself. The paramedic stared at me. I watched her do it. Then I switched our glasses. Sarah spun around. What? The cameras above the bar had caught every second. Officer Cardona watched the footage with me the next morning. Linda at 2:47 p.m. The vial. 3 drops. The switch. Open and shut, he said. DA's filing this afternoon. 5 to 7 years. I nodded slowly. She'd stood at the microphone and toasted her own poison. She really should have checked which glass was which.